I'm really, I mean, it's not very often that we get to see the amazing Korean players here on U.S. soil. But the fact that we're getting to see this matchup first is just an amazing treat. So I want to personally thank MLG for giving us the best seat in the house, and hope you guys will do exactly the same.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, we're technically commentators, but more importantly, we're both fanboys. So it's so great that if I want to look at MC's Nexus, bam, looking at his Nexus. Looks like there we see the gas going down for MC. Already a very typical opening coming out from MC. Likely going to be going for probably a pretty typical expand build, but we've seen a lot of craziness out of MC, occasionally going for Stargates, doing a lot of action with that. But it looks like idra could already be in a little bit of trouble as MC is trying to block that Expo hatch.
And it did look like idra was preparing for this exact thing to happen. Now, when 100 minerals comes up, OGSMC is bound to put down this pylon, but it looks like he might be able to break away. He just doesn't have enough for the hatchery. So will the pylon go down? No. However, keep in mind the pool did go down, and it's almost completed. There the hatchery will safely get down, so not delayed too much.
And we saw idra actually preparing for this, and that he didn't have enough money for the hatch, and then continued to throw down the extractor for almost the whole time there was the dance of the drones there. Was not enough money to even plant the hatchery. Nice planning there by EG's idra. We see the cybernetics core going down right now for OGSMC with a typical wall off, and second gas very early on. Still nothing out of the ordinary, and I love when idra does this. His characteristic, only build 2 Zerglings and then completely cut that out for the rest of the early game. Going to mass those drones up as quickly as possible.
Yeah, Idris also just has 1 drone on his extractor, and this is something we've been seeing him do a lot more lately, opting to go at that really late speed and just basically drone up to a happy little Zerg count that they like to get up to. So he's going to add a few more now to there, putting it up to 3, just getting as much as he can. This little probe from MC still making his way into the natural, but he'll eventually get chased away, and that hatchery is about ready to complete.
This probe is pretty bold, hanging out with just 5 hit points, but MC is a GSL champion, but if the GSL champion loses his probe, I guarantee there's going to be an erupting crowd cheer because they will have any excuse at all to make a whole bunch of noise, but will this probe end up getting away? This is always a very nice convenience if you can keep that alive, but no! EG's idra coming out to a dominating lead, DJ Wheat.
He is, and these Lings are going to find the rest of the units here from MC. He's going to get some revenge as 1 Ling goes down, the other one will manage to run away. And the Nexus goes down rather quickly here for MC. He is getting a few more sentries out as well. Typically we see this in this scenario when he's going to drop this Nexus. Now, meanwhile, over on the other side, we've got Queens out on both sides. The speed now being upgraded, and that's right around that 5 minute 30-second mark where we see that late speed come into effect.
So now we see idra. Look how incredibly low both of these queens are on energy. Idra impeccable with that timing. And look, another expansion going down for idra. Very, very solid play. Because as we see in MC's base, that is the money timing for that expansion. Taking it with just 1 gateway. Looks risky, but we're seeing MC wall this entire area off. He's going to pull back and retreat. But does idra have some kind of clever assault timing? We see a Roach Warren going down. We see gas getting saved up. Idra could potentially go for a very early push.
And we do have all the gateways outside here from MC, but inside we've also got this Stargate right next to the Nexus, so he's kind of like revealing what is going on here. Ling's going to come up. He is quickly taken out. Not only is there a nice wall there, but kind of showing his tech. I imagine that Idra's going to want to get an OV into that base. We have 1 flying over from that north expansion. It'll take a little bit while for it to get there, and it does look like speed is finished, so Idra will just try to continue to scout around the map with these Lings.
Now, note that idra is just now making his 3rd queen. The most important part of defending this hatch at the top is joining these 2 bases together with creep. This 3rd hatch very far away, which is going to make it extremely vulnerable to this void ray. And look at the rally point. It's already set right next to this 3rd expansion. MC clearly wants to take out this hatch early. We see there's the Evo chamber going down. Idra is well aware that he needs not only upgrades, but also spore crawlers up for that anti-air defense.
Yeah, and he is in the process of getting his lair. He's got the Evo chamber down as well, so he should be able to hold it up, and I'm not sure that he even knows that it is there or coming, so we'll have to keep an eye. He does have this Overlord just next to it, and did it spot the Void Ray coming out? I think it might have gotten a little glimpse, so we'll see if Idra reacts.
And it looks like idra, throwing down 2 Spore Crawlers right away, trying to make sure this is as defended as possible. But here comes the Void Ray already making its way up there. Idra has so many fans here in the States. A lot of people want to see him take down the top Korean right off the bat. Idra now pulling that Queen back, has a second one already prepared and ready. MC is going to have to pull back. Wheat, the reason you get that Void Ray so fast is to block a fast third, but as we see idra making 2 more Queens, making the Hydra Den, getting the upgrade for those missile attacks, and still having an incredible amount of drones.
Yeah, I mean, to stop that completely, he did have to put down 2 Spore Crawlers, but I think to completely negate that little attack, I think it was a wise decision. Now, Phoenix is still coming out here, so the 1 Void Ray and 3 Phoenix are out. This Overlord is going to go down, and that will end up supply blocking idra, at least temporarily. He'll go ahead and fire up another Overlord. Meanwhile, the Void Ray going around the map and just negating vision away from idra. He could come in through the back, but the Hydra should be able to come out very, very soon.
This is going to be a nice temporary defense against this air, but idra does not want to spend that much on air. And oh my goodness, it looks like idra has 3 Queens, but 1 is getting caught off guard with that lift. All of them getting lifted up in the air. 1 Queen ends up falling. idra having all these Queens caught out of position and has more than enough energy to do a double relift. Better not lose that 1 Void Ray, and it looks like the 2 Queens getting low on health. 1 falls, the 3rd one is going to go down, and now we see MC slowly making his way into the main base.
And Void Ray is going to start hitting this Roach Horn. We do have a couple of Hydras out, but in numbers, they're going to be incredibly weak versus these Phoenix. There goes the first one. They fall down oh so quickly, and even though we do have this Spore Crawler right here, we'll not even see a Phoenix fall. Even the Void Ray gets away with 21 points of health, and the Phoenix numbers are really increasing. However, there are 4 more Hydras on the way and 3, I believe, out on the map.
And we can see idra's money getting quite high right now. He's still trying to make as many drones as he possibly can, but as we were saying before that action got heated up, idra wants to make as little anti-air as he possibly can. He wants to have just enough to deter these Phoenixes from doing that much, because as we can see, MC is preparing for a huge push coming up. Forge and Robo going down. Twilight Council. A lot of Protosses have started to wait to attack until they have Blink and a lot of upgrades, but man, MC is being very, very aggressive this game.
The Twilight Council finishing up as well for MC. He's immediately going to drop that ground weapons +1 on the Forge and go for Blink as well. So he's going to cease production out of the Stargate, which is a pretty wise move here, as we do have another Queen getting picked off, and the Phoenixes are really doing a phenomenal job. We have to have another Queen made now. Of course, idra, with the Hydras out on the field, has to put a lot more concentration on spreading the creep. Yes, he's going to do that anyway, but even more so with the Hydras out. And there are a few loose Overlords out here that will get sniped out by those Phoenixes, as a 4th goes down here for idra, and MC trying to claim his 3rd.
And we see Ventral Sacks going down for idra. Looks like he's gearing up to do a little bit of harassment or perhaps even a big counter drop in the main. Hydra's very, very weak in terms of direct pushes unless you have very nice timing, but are quite strong when you incorporate them into those drops. And a couple of sneaky Roaches going to have to run back home, do get spotted. Meanwhile, in the main, we see Observers popping out. Robotics Bay going down. There is that Chrono Boost going down on that upgrade. And with this Twilight Council having already researched Blink, these Stalkers are going to be quite potent. And you can start that +2 upgrade quickly. So it looks like MC doesn't have an intention of doing that much aggression for a little while, as we see idra still up at 172 food. Remarkable macro by idra.
Yeah, the Robotics Bay went down as well, so the Colossus production has begun. A Roach will get taken out here at the tower, and it looks like idra might be moving out. We can see that he's trying to time this with his Ventral Sacks. We see a lot of Overlords heading over, and the Observer's going to catch it all there. He's getting a great little glimpse at what is going on. idra's going to kind of play it off. I was just checking the tower, but I think that MC is going to have a very good idea what could possibly be coming his way.
And he sees it. He sees absolutely everything, and here come the Stalkers going to blink forward. Losing some of those main Overlords, going to try to unload everything, but getting sniped. And look at the force fields by OGS MC, locking everything into this beautiful matrix. Look at how many units are squashed into that little corner, and oh my goodness, units getting absolutely murdered. OGS MC with incredible army positioning, but idra, with the huge numbers, still might break through.
He's really trying. The Hydras are forward, though, and there is one Colossus out. It does not have extended thermal lance yet, and it does look like idra, despite failing on the drop, is going to stop or at least not take out a large portion of MC's army. That one Colossus did go down, but I'll tell you what, oh my gosh, he's loading back up. He's going to go with this drop. It did not work the first time, Dave, so make it work the second.
So now it looks like we're seeing idra drop into the main. There's not that many units out right now for OGS MC, and at the same time, a second drop going down to the south base. Has to be careful. Oh, does manage to stay alive in the meantime. A huge battle going on in the main. MC loses the Colossus, and Zealots and Stalkers trying to do damage, but the Hydra's target firing this Nexus as well. idra playing Zerg the way Zerg is meant to be played, and absolutely incredible defense in the main by MC, but it wasn't enough. The Nexus falls.
Yes, at the third, we also had another drop come in, and Hydras are doing some damage here. Some Stalkers do come in. Meanwhile, the drops are continuing over here from idra. He is trying to assault from multiple locations just to the west of MC's base and also from the north. Void Ray does manage to take out some more Overlords here, but he is doing perfectly fine on the supply. Finally, the Hydras here at the third are taken out, but with this fourth base up, I'd say that idra's in a pretty good economic state.
We do see +2 is done right now for OGS MC, so that will allow him to be a little bit more aggressive. But does he want to be that aggressive? We see MC continuing to push back, feeling very confident with this small number of units, has even more Stalkers. Did idra overcommit to that attack? That is what he's worried about at this point in time. idra making some drones, but largely focusing on Roach and Corruptor numbers. MC now having pretty intimidating force, no sentries whatsoever, but great Blink Micro. Now advancing with a huge counter push.
Yeah, the Blink Micro is really, really very effective there, and there was only a few Corruptors out on the map. He's starting to get those numbers up as well, while the Colossus count continues to increase for MC, currently at 2. Observers scattered all around, and really without the Hydras mixed in there, the Roaches just simply aren't going to be enough. Now, you asked if idra overcommitted to that. He certainly... he certainly gave it a great college try, but he did take down that third, and I just wonder how much that's actually going to have an effect on the game. Here we see another drop loading up here for idra, and he's really, really trying a different style of this aggressive drop play against this Protoss MC.
And look at this. 2 macro hatches in the main, 2 at the expansion. idra has so much larva capability. He can easily get remaxed. He is known for keeping his money low and is committing to it even harder in this match. Now advancing forward in a small skirmish, corrupting everything. Now just trying to keep that Colossus count low. idra is intending to lose this battle and just eliminate the Colossi while doing a big drop in the main. Can MC defend in time? idra is absolutely everywhere in these matches.
And he is going to load those Roaches back up, but I think he's going to lose both of those Overlords, and he will. Minimal damage inside the main. I think he wanted that to do a little bit more. Now, MC has responded to the third going down, and maybe the state, knowing that his opponent has a 5th base, he sees that with an Observer, and he's thrown down a Nexus at the gold. But look at this, idra coming in yet again. He's going to go ahead and take this out. He's immediately going to go in for it, and this will start another battle.
And non-stop base and army trading action going on. OGS MC is going to lose this Colossus. He has just Stalkers left to defend himself, but idra overwhelming everything, playing absolutely brilliantly. OGS MC trying to warp in more Stalkers, trying to get into a good spot. Can his Blink Micro save him for just a little while longer? Roaches, Lynx, Hydra swarming the front. idra with incredible upgrades as well. 2-1 on the Roaches. MC stuck in a corner trying to blink back. Templar Archives finishing up. MC is looking so low on units. It's a max Zerg to a 100 food Protoss. Even with Micro, as good as OGS MC, I don't know if it'll be enough,
Yeah, and we're going to have another Colossus popping out here, but I don't think it is going to be enough. The numbers are dwindling here for idra, but he's already pushed his opponent up to the base. He's going to have to back off. He's got a lot more coming down, however, with a stream of Lings, Hydras, and Roaches. It looks like actually mostly Hydras, so if he could take care of the one Colossus that's coming out here, this is actually looking to be very much in the favor of idra. He's moving forward now, and once again trapping MC into the corner, and these Corruptors, here come...
And wow!